Hello and welcome to Richardson ISD's On Point, where today we're talking about high school programs of choice, including the Richardson High School Magnet programs and Berkner High's STEM Academy. Joining me today is Charles Bruner, principal of Richardson High School, and Henry Hall, principal of Berkner High School. I'm going to start with Mr. Bruner today. Tell us about the magnet programs on your campus.
Well, they started in 1987. We have communications, culinary arts, we have theater, we have tech theater, we have photography, we have art, and law. And those programs are an opportunity to expose students to hands-on experiences in the real world prior to jumping out there in the real world, but it's an opportunity to put them ahead of their peers if they choose that as a format for their career path.
Excellent. And Mr. Hall, tell us about Berkner STEM Academy.
Gladly. The Berkner STEM Academy started in 2007, and we have three strands. That's aviation and aeronautical science, robotics, and biotechnology. And it's a school within a school, so it's a little different. Students take 5 of their courses within the STEM Academy, their math, language arts, science, and social studies course, and then an engineering class. And that is in one of the 3 strands that I mentioned.
Great. Well, as you both have gotten to know your students over time, I'm sure you've picked out some common attributes or characteristics that makes one successful at your respective programs. Mr. Hall, will you tell us a few key determining characteristics or personal attributes that make for a successful student?
Okay. They have to be perseverers, and when they're faced with challenges, able to work through those using the design process, inquisitive, motivated, focused, and those are some of the keys to being successful in our STEM Academy.
Okay. And Mr. Bruner, same question to you.
When I think about our magnet students, I think about students who are dedicated and driven, and I think about creativity and collaboration as well as critical thinking.
Wonderful. Well, I know you both pride yourself on the level of instructor campus-wide at your respective programs, but tell us a little bit about the specialness of the instructional staff in the RHS Magnet program, Mr. Bruner.
Okay. Our teachers are highly qualified across the board with lots of experiences within their field of study. However, we do have some teachers that we picked up out of industry. And so we have Marcus Irvin in photography, who used to be a commercial photographer. We have Max Morales in robotics, and he used to be a machinist. And then I have Ben Fiedler in law, and he used to be a trial lawyer.
I see. And Berkner, Mr. Hall.
We have an industrial engineer, a civil engineer, a doctor who is actually an anesthesiologist who teaches our AP biology. It's a business and marketing manager, so lots of instructional expertise on all fronts with our staff.
Excellent. So parents may be wondering, with both programs, does my child need to be moving up through one of the 3 elementary magnet schools, through a junior high, to then apply to one of these high school programs? Mr. Bruner, would you like to answer that for RHS?
No, absolutely not. Only the feeder middle schools may have a little leg up simply because some of our programs overlap, and so they're going to come in with some previous knowledge and experience.
Okay, and Mr. Hall?
Same at Berkner. They do not have to have experience in a magnet program or a pre-engineering program on an elementary or junior high level. It's just a simple application. They'll complete some questions, and then that will be evaluated, and that determines entrance.
Okay, wonderful. Last question for both of you, and we'll start with Mr. Hall. What is one thing that you would love to leave with parents today about Berkner STEM Academy?
Our program is an engineering-based program, so if your child is interested in dabbling in the field of engineering, then the Berkner STEM has something for you. And it also looks good on college applications. So our seniors alone this past year earned over $27 million in scholarship offers by having that strong academic programming and that 4 years of engineering on their transcripts.
All right. And same question for you, Mr. Bruner, about RHS Magnet programs.
Absolutely. I would just want parents to know that the program is very rigorous and difficult. but the students, because of their level of interest, will complete the program and do a great job. And because of that effort that they put in, they'll be ahead of their peers once they leave Richardson High School and head to college or into the industry.
All right. Thank you both for being with us today and for sharing your thoughts and your expertise about the magnet program at Richardson High School and the Berkner STEM Academy. Parents, if your children might benefit from a high school program, either at Richardson High School with the magnets or with Berkner STEM Academy, please visit risd.org/magnets to find out when the info sessions are to be held in January.